Hello, my name is Donna Ayers, and this is my interpersonal communication project for class HSCO 508 at Liberty University. Next slide. My introduction is, I will define interpersonal communication, my overarching goals, describe my behavioral blends, my potential barriers, identify noise pollution and the solution, and design a plan of action for myself. Next slide. What is interpersonal communication? Stewart defines interpersonal communication as the type or kind of communication that happens when people involved take and listen in ways that maximize the presence of the personal. Next slide. Overarching goals are to be a better listener, gain the goal of a level 1 listener, improve and enhance listening and communication skills. Burley describes a level 1 listener as an empathetic listener who does not judge and sees things at the other person's point of view. Next slide. Enlarging the conversation. To identify communication barriers, utilize your strengths and knowledge about communication to aid in the conversation. Next slide. Background and behavioral blends. My behavioral blend, according to my unique U assessment by Carbonell, is SI tendencies. My positive tendencies are kind, trusting, caring, considerate, dependable, sensitive, courteous, compassionate, faithful, and agreeable. My negative tendencies, as described by Carbonell, is demanding, decisive, forceful, outspoken, risk-taker, powerful, opinionated, zealous, controlling, and assertive. Next slide. My potential barriers are fatigue, which is tiredness that takes attention away from the conversation. Openness, to be more open and not so quick to judge the words of others. Be attentive to the conversation and have positive behavior. Next slide. Noise pollution. Things that distract our conversation. Two kinds of noise pollution are internal and external. Internal is hearing what you want to hear, biased listening, and listening with emotions. External is the loud noises, the view of outside activity, and interruptions. Next slide. Noise pollution essentially describes the process of communication as being a good listener to have effective communications. It also discusses the distinction between hearing words and listening for the message. Taking out the noise and listening to the person is crucial in effective communication. Next slide. My plan of action is to develop good communication skills. Interpersonal communication skills are important with successful leadership and effective communication, as Lalo states. Improving empathetic listening skills and countering the flat brain syndrome that Peterson discusses. Being more attentive to others and the behavior, having positive behavior, do not be quick to judge, always listen with an open mind, seek God's guidance and leadership with any conversation. God is always there to help us when we are in need, as in the scripture. Proverbs 11 and 14. God tells us that where there is no counsel, we will fall. But in the multitude of counselors there is safety. Next slide. In conclusion, I would like to thank you for listening to my interpersonal communications project. Thank you.